good evening first, because all renowned people are in front of me who have made a very good things pertaining to indemnity, insurance, and everything. Now I have been given the task of how to tackle criminal cases against the doctors. Now the question here is, there cannot be a foolproof method by which the doctors can be said to have committed an offense. Now, to say this, I will make I'll give you a small example. The example is that I'm doing a matter in a criminal case of doctors, which started way back in 2009. The FIR was lodged in 2012, where the names of the doctors were never given. And in 2020, when the charge sheet was filed, warrant of arrest, non-bailable warrant of arrest was issued against 8 doctors of Calcutta. Now the question here is, there was no prior intimation. Now the question, if we go by, there are 2 parts to it. One part is the medical negligence part, where you are aware because of the status and the guidelines given in the 2005 judgment of Jacob Matthews, where the guidelines have been given, how a complaint is to be filed, how an arrest has to be made. These are things which have been given in the guideline of the Honorable Supreme Court. But in this case, which I am dealing with, they came to know at night when the police knocked on their door. So the tackling part had to be done on the next day on an urgent basis to see first that the warrant which was issued, so that they are not taken into custody, because there is no question of following the guidelines as envisaged in the Jacob Matthews case. And I hope everybody of you all is aware of the guidelines given in the Jacob Matthews case, which is still the law prevalent to the humiliation a doctor faces when a criminal case is registered against them. Now, if you see this case, you'll be surprised to note that after 14 years, they have to face the consequence of an act which they have never participated in. They have never participated in that, and 8 big doctors of Calcutta had to be saved by moving an application in the High Court for quashing of their proceedings. The irony of everything is that they were being charged for an offense which cannot be investigated by the police. Now the police cannot do it, but then we have to bring it to the notice of the court, and the damages may be done before I can go to the court of law. So the tackling part is, if we have the knowledge that I am accused in this case, I can save them. We can save them. But the question is, when out of nothing, something comes to you to say that you have been made an accused in this case, what happens then? Like if you see, as one of my learned senior friends here, a doctor friend, said, that the hospitals also have a liability towards it. Now, when it comes to the hospital, it becomes a question of the liability of the owners as well as the doctors. Now, that doctor is for negligence, and for cheating, it is for towards the hospital for charging them much more than what was due to them. We have to be very, very careful when it comes to doctors, whether they may be made aware, because a doctor faces 3 prosecutions. First is a criminal prosecution. Second is a civil prosecution, if I may use that word, pertaining to the consumer forum. And the thirdly is the disciplinary authority, that is the medical council. So a doctor, will he practice, or he's busy with all these going to courts and doing everything? Where does it stop? Now, I had been telling on the last occasion when this conference was held in Calcutta, not visually, Dr. Justice Ganguly was with me in that meeting. I had been very clear that no doctor's organization has deemed it fit to challenge the judgment which was pertained in 1996, which made the doctors liable for being prosecuted under the Consumer Protection Act. Now, even the new act which has come into existence since 2020, nobody has made an effort, neither have we as a party, as a unit, written to the government to say how do we defend or a litigation, and how do we treat a patient? If the sword is hanging above our head, how do you expect us to do a job thinking that if I do it in such a manner, I may be hauled up for a prosecution? Now, we have to be very careful. Tackling an issue is very easy, provided you know that that issue I'm aware of. Because out of the blue, if something happens, how are you going to tackle it? If it is a notice comes to you, we know how to tackle it. Because the Jacob Matthews guidelines are there. Jacob Matthews says, if these are not followed, no prosecution will lie. But in this case, I was giving you as an illustration. If the warrant of arrest has been issued, the judge is not aware of whether the police has taken it because the warrant is prayed and they sign it and say, warrant, non-billable warrant against the doctors. The ignominy of going to custody for having not committed an offense, how do we protect it? The protection has to come from the body of the doctors. We are there to defend you. We are there to make you look innocent in the eye of law. We are there always to look after the best interests of the doctors, because the profession the doctors are in and the profession we are in is when a person is in distress. A person in distress will only go to a doctor or to a lawyer. So, but the problem is a lawyer has always an excuse to blame it on the judge, whereas the doctor has to blame it on himself, which the forums are there for, where they try to find out the faults. Oh, this doctor, he's making a lot of money. He has a lot of people. He has a lot of enemies. So the question here is, the tackling part is when we can come to know about the factum of being aware of the litigation. Unless we know about the litigation, we cannot do the tackling part. Because as I was telling you, anytime, any moment, like there's a doctor here who has been facing a prosecution for an act he did in Calcutta, and he's being prosecuted in a Bombay court under Negligence Act. Now, as moderator had said, 304A is a bailable offense. It's only a punishment of 2 years. If it is a bailable offense, then there's no question of going into custody. But the fact remains that a doctor has to face a criminal litigation. How do we tackle it is, as I try to impress upon my clients who are doctors with me, I try to, because doctors feel very scared, rightly so, to go before the court of law, and that before the magistrate. So my endeavor always has been to ensure that they do not have to appear in any court. I try to move the High Court and see that justice is done at the first point of time without waiting for they're getting bail, facing a protracted litigation for more than 10 to 20 years. Because the judicial system as of date, especially the criminal courts, when the matter will end, we have no answer to it. I think I've made myself clear, and thank you very much for giving your patient hearing.
Thank you, Advocate Milan Mukherjee. You have thrown a very good, nice light on the criminal part of it. So now we are having 25 minutes for discussion.
Yes.
So now taking into your talk also, I will go ahead with the discussion to start. Yes. So as you said that in the night, the police came to arrest the doctor. As such, there is a Supreme Court decision that the doctor cannot be arrested unless and until a second opinion of the medical field is taken. Another thing is that doctor can be arrested only on the cognizable offenses not related to the profession. I agree. But when it is related to the profession, there should be a medical board which should give the recognition that the doctor can be arrested for the purpose of inquiry. So how you will...
can I clarify?
Yeah, clear
I think your lordship, I'm sorry.
No, so I am just, I am a medical person with a law degree. That's all.
So
I am a medical legal person.
I'll just tell you one thing.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right that the Supreme Court in Jacob Matthews case has made it very clear that no doctors can be arrested. First, if the FIR is lodged, they have to seek, the investigating officer has to seek the permission and the guidance of another doctor who is in the same seat to say that yes, prima facie he has committed an offense. The illustration I gave you was very simple illustration. In 2009, the incident takes place. 2012, when the FIR is lodged, there is no doctors who have been made an FIR named doctor. In the first information report, no doctor is named as an accused. Right? Now, this comes into play in 2020, May 2020, when the police submits a charge sheet and names these doctors as accused persons. There is no question of opinion prior to that. It is the question of the police submitting a charge sheet and issuing a warrant of arrest. We can only bring it to the court that the wrong committed by the investigating agency only after the issue and we are aware that there is such an incident. Only then, that is the difference we have to understand.
Now here,
yes,
taking the opinion of a consultant in that field may be a bias. So why not to be taken a opinion of the medical board or a government authority like a civil surgeon having a board and inquiry and giving written permission of that board to be that the doctor can be arrested because the matter seems to be like that for the inquiry purposes or other purposes, whatever it may be, and because the meaning of the Supreme Court decision is like that only.
Sir, you're right, absolutely. But the question is, I have to bring it to the High Court. The judge who issued the warrant of arrest has committed a wrong. That is why I have challenged it and I've got to stay off the warrant of arrest.
Yeah,
You
Dr.
are
Prakash.
absolutely
Yeah,
right. I am taking advantage of the judgment to say that.
I got a simple question first and then another question. First question is, sir, in case of ladies, she cannot be arrested after sunset. Is it the same that even in the night, the doctors also cannot be arrested? I don't know.
No.
You can be arrested.
There is no bar.
Okay. Another thing is, sir, we have faced, because I am also the IMA activist. In Pune and at other places, we have seen that many more commissioner of police, not only police inspector, but even commissioner of police, they don't know 304 and 304A.
Yes.
In some of the occasions, they have arrested the doctors. And when we met as IMA activists to them and told them that 304 and 304A is different, you cannot apply 304 directly in these cases. They were not knowing about 304 implementation. And then Commissioner of Police told to that particular police officer that not to apply 304. If this is the situation at many more places where the police officers, they do not know the law, then it is very bad on part of medical profession that they may get arrested, that it becomes non-bailable if it is 304. And
Correct.
the doctors remain in custody for 2 to 3 days unnecessarily.
Minimum.
Yeah.
You see,
This
the
is the
problem
fact.
3 and 4, there are two parts to it, 299 and 300. One is a culpable homicide, not amounting to murder, which comes under the garb of section 304. Right? Culpable is not a murder is 302. Now 304 capital A relates to rash and negligent act causing death, where the punishment is 2 years and bailable in nature. So the arrest part is not necessarily, because you always get bail whenever you surrender or whatever you do. So that is a thing which has to be. Now that is what I'm trying to say, that your organization or Dr. Parthu, all of you are there. You all should have a committee where you all should be on a monthly basis having consultations with lawyers, having consultations with people who are aware of the law. Because once the damage is done, then you get the release. We don't want the damage to be done at the first point of time.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is where
right.
we have to be very careful.
Dr.
One more
Manoj
question,
Chandra
but
wants
I'll
to speak
ask after
something.
Dr. Manoj's question. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like what Mr. Milan Mukherjee raised an issue is very dangerous for the doctors actually. An incident that has happened 10 years ago, an FIR is lodged, the FIR doesn't name all the doctors, any doctors, and the police took 10 years to investigate, and as Dr. Deshpande said, they might have taken a expert opinion also before filing the charge sheet. Now the doctors are unaware that there is a charge sheet against them. Suddenly their names are revealed and overnight they are arrested. So does that make a case for the arrest, sir? Like as you were saying, you appealed against that kind of an action in the court of law?
And I got it stayed. So it will go.
So you got
That
it
order will not remain.
Exactly.
You are right.
Exactly.
That is what I'm saying. But you must be aware of it.
Yeah.
We are tackling it. But prior we are not aware of.
Yeah.
The economity of a warrant being against you, that even
Yes.
one of the finest doctors of
Yes.
Calcutta,
Yes.
something they can't digest also.
It is a bolt from the blue for the doctors. Like they
Yes,
don't know that
absolutely.
they
You're
are
absolutely right.
Yes, Prakash Marathe was wanting
sir.
to say something.
Sir, there is one law in the state of Maharashtra, that is Doctors Protection Act.
Acha.
The same
not
type,
aware.
the same type of a law we were asking at the center level, but unfortunately it couldn't get passed because what government felt that if this protection is given to doctors, I think other professions like journalists and others will also ask the same. But even in Maharashtra, when this implementation of Doctors Protection Act is being done, most of the times the culprits, they are not getting punished properly by the police and even the court of law. Most of the times they get bail, and after taking that bail, they again start troubling the doctors and hospitals. What is your opinion and comment?
So the problem is, as you have rightly said, the Doctors Protection Act, by the nomenclature it says, it seems that the doctors have to be protected from act of vandalism, act of arson, and all these things. Now, when a mob violence happens, these are very difficult. It is good on paper, but in reality, these will never work. I'll be honest with you. It will never work, even if you react the act.
Sir, no. After once the incidence has happened,
Yes.
probably whatever loss of property and damage to the hospital, damage to the persons in the hospital, after that they are supposed to fulfill that particular damage, and even they have to be arrested properly, and punishment has to be given.
What is
That
the
part
punishment,
is
sir?
lacking.
What is the punishment? I'm not aware of the act. What is
No,
the
their
punishment?
act is there, sir. And that act says that whenever there is something done by the patients of the mob to the hospital, damaging the property or damaging or beating the doctor or making physical assault to the doctor, criminal cases can be lodged against those people immediately, and that should be a cognizable offense and should be arrested immediately. Secondly, the twice of the loss which has happened and given by the doctor and judged and finalized should be given to the hospital for the loss of the property or damage to the property, and that is in the form of giving damages from the pockets of the convicted people or the people who are alleged to have. So
Sir,
this
I
is
shall
the
give you
law.
a small example.
Yeah.
Could you tell me what is the punishment under the Doctors Protection Act? Then I can give you an input.
I think what I know is
Yes.
probably it was 3 years, hence it becomes bailable. We are insisting that it should be 7 years so that it becomes non-bailable and the person goes behind the bar.
Sir, I'll tell you what. Now, if it is 3 years, it is triable by a magistrate. Now, the magistrate has an embargo on the amount of fine he can give. That embargo is 5,000 rupees. If it is the chief judicial magistrate, then there is no limits to it. You get my point. Now, there are two parts to it. One is the criminal act for which you should be punished and sent into custody. The other part is recovery of money towards the damages done.
Yes,
Now,
correct. You are
imagine-
right, sir. You are right.
So that is what I'm trying to say. Recovery of the money cannot be a part of the CJM's court. It is the punishment which can be meted out by the magistrate's court.
So there is a provision, I think so, that
Right.
the penalty is given as in the form of fine, and the order is made out of that fine. This much should go to the hospital or doctor because there is a actual damages to that. And the criminal law as such, whatever the criminal law says, whether the doctor is killed, whether the doctor has sustained a severe grievous injury, or a simple injury or a cut injury or a fire arm,
Whatever,
so
yes.
whatever it may be, that is the punishment according to the injury which is sustained to the doctor and health workers also, not only the doctors, all the
So there
staff.
is one provision.
Yeah.
Supposing it is a tribal has been brought to my notice.
Yeah.
That there is one provision where if the magistrate thinks that the punishment which I can give
Yeah.
is bigger, is not, it should be more. He has a power under 325 of the CRPC.
Commit the
So
session
there
to the
is
session.
not commit. Here, he can send it to the chief judicial magistrate for punishment in accordance with law, where the fine is any amount of money, not 5,000 rupees.
No,
That is
that
325
money
of
part
the
is
CRPC.
different. Money part is different.
No,
If
no,
there
no,
is a
fine
murder-
part. I'm saying the fine part. And
Yeah.
when you realize the fine part and the
Yeah.
amount from the fine part is given to the doctors or to
Yeah.
the hospital, then out of 5,000 is something and an unlimited amount is there under 325 of the CRPC.
Yeah, that is true. And accordingly, if there is a murder of the doctor or there is a grievous injury or privation of the part, then that case will be committed to the session for trial, and that will go to
There
the
is a
session.
difference here. So I'll
Yeah.
give you a difference here.
Yeah, because that is
Causing
all
grievous
included in
hurt-
that.
Causing grievous hurt has
Yeah.
4 sections.
Yeah,
One is a voluntary causing hurt. One is a voluntary causing hurt by grievous weapons. One is grievous hurt, and the other is 326, which relates to punishment, imprisoned for life, but triable by a magistrate.
Yeah.
So even though there is a imprisoned for life, the magistrate tries those offences.
Even
These are
if
the
there is
fallacies of
yeah.
our Indian Penal Code.
yeah, even if there is no assault, there can be a case of trespass.
A trespass.
That is also done.
Trespass is a bailable offence and nothing further.
Yeah,
It is a question of a continuing trespass.
yeah,
Trespass is nothing.
yeah, yeah. Any more questions?
So it was a pleasure talking to you all, sir.
Yeah,
really-
we will continue another 15 minutes we are left with. So
Doesn't
because
matter,
we
sir.
have got a
You can
criminal
have a
lawyer
talk.
with us, we will be happy to discuss with you. Definitely. Yes, please, Mathur.
Dr. Amit Shah is there,
Sure.
Dr. Pankaj
Yes,
is there.
Amit Shah.
like if they
Please,
want
Amit
to-
Shah.
Anybody else?
Dr. Amit Shah, please. Something.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, Dr. Shah, please.
See, basically, when there is a medical legal case, the patient has nothing. I mean, I'm talking about refractive surgery. Patient has, 6-9 vision, and then they complain in the redressal compensation or something. Then what will be the outcome?
Which one, sir? I couldn't get your question, sir. I couldn't get your question, sir.
A patient of, having spectacles, undergone basic surgery, okay?
Yes.
And he's having vision of 6-9, both eyes. Okay, one line less than 6-6, okay? And he is complaining in this consumer court, the result.
So I will explain his question nicely to you in your language. The surgery, before the surgery, patient was blind or having less vision. And after the surgery was successful from the part of the doctors, and the patient has got a good vision, that is 95%, that is 6-9 vision. But still the patient says, I am neglected and I have got less vision and I have had damage to my vision. And so he goes to the consumer courts.
So this will not hold water. Can you stop dogs from barking?
Yeah, that is the
You
thing.
cannot stop them
That
from
we have
barking.
to prove.
So
I will
it's not
say.
only proving. If it is, he's got his vision back. Then he got it 6-9, you say. So
But
these
the
are all
attitude of the judges
harassment
may be
suits.
different, sir.
So
Sir,
these are
it
all
is-
harassment suits.
Yes, harassment suits are there.
Ah.
There are suits to gain the money also, because now in the new Consumer Protection Act, there is a provision of more than 1 crore can be ordered by the district for commission only. And another thing is that very bad part of it, the Manufacturing Act, that the service provider, the inborn shortcomings of the services, and under that also he can be blamed.
That is
So
why I've
there
been
are so
repeatedly
many
telling you,
things.
sir. So I'm
Yeah.
repeatedly telling you all, there should be a review of the judgment where you all have been deemed to be a party to the Consumer Forum. I've been
Another-
repeatedly telling them you all should move the Supreme Court for
Which is very
redressal
difficult,
and
sir,
review of
which
the
is
judgment.
very difficult. Another thing, you must have gone through the Consumer Protection Act very nicely, more than me, but there is another provision of mediator. The mediator is able to mediate in between the consumer and the service provider. So whenever a patient gets something out of the hospital, some surgery, the advocates who are, sorry, sir,
So
I'm
don't
saying
blame us.
advocate.
So we are
Very much sorry, but
No, no,
they
you're right. I'm not sorry.
provocate them that just sign here and you will get at least 5-10 lakhs. You just sign and go. Don't worry. And they will put a case of 1 crore and the case goes to the mediator. Mediator will compromise. The advocate will be ready to compromise. Doctor will be also happy to compromise 5-10 lakhs. And this 5-10 lakhs goes from either the indemnity insurance or from the pocket of the doctor without any reason, without doing any wrong thing by the doctor. And this may happen in future or probably happening at present. But fortunately,
You're right,
at
absolutely.
present, mediators are not
Sir,
that
you have
much
to
active.
understand
Yeah.
what they say in USA.
Yeah.
Who goes beyond when a person dies. There are
Yeah.
advocates who run after them to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the deed done. So
Here in India, it is happening so, sir. It is not
absolutely.
only in
Absolutely.
US.
You're right.
It is
You're
happening
right.
in India.
Absolutely right. And
Lot of suits I am dealing with. Lot of suits which are there, which are only for the earning of the money and nothing more.
so we can't help it, sir. What can we do?
May I have one question, sir?
Please.
Now, recently, this new CPA, Consumer Protection Act 2019 came. There was the rumor or there was the news that medical profession is kept aside of that particular law.
No.
That was one interpretation. Other interpretation was medical profession is not kept aside. It is included in that Consumer Protection Act.
Right.
We have got few interpretations. I want to know from your side, what is your interpretation?
My interpretation is the medical professions is included in the new act.
That is the mischief of the secretary who has done that. The
Sir, have you seen
parliament
the
or the
definition? Now definition is now 242.
not limited word they have added and they have
Added up to that.
and that included everything. That was the word added by the secretary, not by the that is the parliament or the anywhere else. There was a big discussion that the medical profession should be omitted, and everybody was
That is
accepting,
what I
nearly
was trying to
accepting
tell
it,
you, sir.
and that was nearly accepted. But the secretary, when they prepared the law, just put a simple word, quoted,
think,
quoted.
One interpretation, what I had heard, sir, Mukherjee, sir,
Yes,
that
sir.
because there was the list, in that particular list, medical profession was not written. So people thought because it is not written, it is not included. But one more interpretation was there is an exclusion list. Suppose medical profession is written in the exclusion list, then it is really excluded.
Yes.
That was the interpretation
Absolutely.
that I heard.
But
Absolutely.
medical profession is not there in the exclusion list.
Exclusion
Let from
That is-
Mukherjee
that is why
say,
Dr. Mahathir has said this.
yeah, please, Mukherjee,
Yes, sir.
what is your opinion on Marathi's question?
No, there's no exclusion. It will be medical services.
Yeah. So this is a mischief, and we have to fight for that exclusion to the Supreme Court. And if you can do it, we will be away from this.
To me, because
consumers.
I'm a criminal lawyer, I'm not a constitutional lawyer or a consumer lawyer. Nobody comes to me. Even your Dr. Biswas doesn't come to me. I have to go to him. Even Dr.
Yeah.
Partha Biswas doesn't come to me for any legal help.
Yeah.
What can I do? I can't go and say, please come to me, please come to me. I can't say that. You ask Dr. Biswas, he doesn't come to me. I have to go to him because of my eye problems.
Yeah.
So you have to tell him. You have to tell him.
So any more questions?
One
Amit
question,
Shah?
one question, Mr. Mukherjee, please.
Yes.
Like, why is it only limited
Sabina?
to medicine?
Huh?
Like,
Yeah.
Negligence
Yes.
law limited to only medicine. Why not for other professions? Why is there no law of negligence in the other for the other professions?
Sir, we have a appeal forum. We have a judge who looks out. You are your own judge.
And
When you are
another
doing an
interpret-
operation,
Yeah.
you are not guided by anybody else. It's your own case. You are doing your own case. We do a case, but subject to the judge there. That is the best part of us. That is why we've got the escape route.